Selling beats online is a very hot topic on the internet and it has been over the past few years. But in this video, I want to talk about a few tips that you can use to help you get your beat selling business off of the ground, help you get some sales to kind of move forward because I know there's a lot of information out there. But in this video, I just want to make a quick, concise list of tips and things you can try to implement or to study more about to help you move forward in this. And the first thing you're going to need is a catalog. So you can't sell beats without beats set aside for the sole purpose of selling or circulating with other people. If you're a music producer, it's very easy to create a catalog or create tracks that you really like that you want to keep to yourself to enjoy. The only problem is that you can't really do business that way because if you're so attached to the beats that you make, you may not be so inclined to put them in a position or release them so easily to other artists if you're so needy or collective of your tracks. So definitely you want to create a catalog of tracks. Always say do a 10-track beat tape so that you can start having a catalog dedicated for the sole purpose of selling beats. If you want to sell beats, you got to have some beats there. You don't want to just play random tracks that you want to keep for yourself. Like, it's not a good idea to play tracks you want to keep for yourself for other people that you don't want to sell to. So that's why you got to create a collection of tracks that you want to sell to other artists. That's definitely important. And the second thing is you want to build an audience. You can build an audience on YouTube. You can build an audience on Twitter. You can build an audience on TikTok. You can build an audience on Instagram. The way you build an audience is that you have to constantly create content that shows off what you do. And eventually what happens, and through a very long, slow process, unless you're doing ads, is that you start to build people or people start to find you that like what you do. Also, you can network in the real world and get people to your doorstep that way, where people can log into what they want to see with you and connect with that type of contact. So you definitely got to build a content featuring the catalog that you first developed in first step one. You got to develop that content so that people can see it for the sole purpose of showing people what you can do, working on your craft, but then also having sort of the storefront that people can kind of walk into and venture into and learn about you. Another thing that I probably will start doing is to remix songs to leverage the popularity of other artists. There are a lot of remixes going on. There's a lot of memes that get remixed, and if they're funny and they resonate with people, then they go viral. There's a lot of producers. Well, there's a lot of producers that will remix classic songs, go viral, and definitely their life changes with that. That's probably something that I should do. But that's a gem I'm sharing with you because I'm not going to be greedy with that. But find songs that you like or find songs that you don't like or find very popular classic songs. Do a remix on them. Show them what you can do with the remix. That's another way to kind of help you build an audience and get yourself in front of other people that wouldn't know about you by leveraging the established popularity of other artists. It's a oldest trick in the book. If an artist wants to create more awareness for themselves, they cover other songs. That's probably something I should implement more myself. Definitely you want to build an email list only because the algorithms change on all these platforms. A lot of these platforms are leaning more towards to the pay to reach format versus the organic reach format. I know earlier on with all these platforms like YouTube and all these other platforms, even with MySpace, if you want to go back that far, it was easy to sort of reach a lot of people organically because the platform's more leaning towards that way. But like, for instance, like Facebook, unless like you're like some model or something like that, or you're kind of using sexual content or maybe funny content that's stimulating like a remix, it's very difficult to reach a lot of people unless you're like doing that. It's just the nature of the game. And so what you could do is to sort of work around that, is to build your email list around all those algorithms. Build your own email list that you own, that you keep, because all these followers, list of followers that you have on Instagram, YouTube, subscribers, TikTok, all these followers are lists that you do not own and you cannot reach them directly. Yeah, you may be able to send a DM, but what if these platforms go away? We just had a prime example of TikTok going away not too long ago. So I think it's important to make sure you do that. And also study other producers who are successful, who are selling beats. You ask the question, how to sell beats. Study other producers that do it. And also learn how to develop your own craft. You might be new at it. That's what I'm saying. Get the catalog established first for that sole purpose. You have to create for a purpose. So if you want to sell beats, you have to create a beat catalog for that purpose so that when the opportunity comes, because sometimes we don't know when the opportunity is going to come. We may be able to create those opportunities, but we don't really know exactly when those opportunities will come. Since that's the reality of the game, be prepared for that opportunity when it comes. How you do that, get that catalog together. But study other producers, collaborate with other artists who are able to record themselves. It can be an uphill battle to record with an artist that is not able to record themselves, because that means that's more work for you to do. If you like them, by all means do that, but don't get stuck with the whole plate of work. If they're trying to get on and you're trying to get it on, if you contribute to the track, they should at least be able to record on it. You know, let's find that balance somewhere. So these are tips on how to sell beats. I hope this helps you out. Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and vibe. We out.